Are your little Earthrealm foes?
Raptors.
Fatality.
Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Wake Up 3. You have reached round 32, and we are your hosts, Molly
And Cam. And we are a fighting game podcast from a couple who loves fighting games.
That's right, and as usual, we are starting things off with a mix-up. Now, last week, Cam covered a little bit of the Capcom Cup. This week, I am going to keep the mix-up in that vein, and we are going to talk a bit about the Tekken World Tour. This occurred over the weekend.
I believe this is the final Tekken 7 tournament, right? It was the send-off?
Yeah. I'm very excited. Getting very excited for Tekken 8. So, having a little window into the end of the Tekken 7 tournaments and such over the weekend, that was kind of just more fuel for the fire, of excitement.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
this is going to be a guessing thing, just like yours was last week for me.
Cool. Sounds good.
So, in the top 8, there were 16 characters used.
Okay, wow.
So, what are your guesses for the Tekken top 8? 16 characters represented. Who do you got?
Wow, yeah, I should be looking at the roster. There are a lot of characters
There are.
on the Tekken 7 roster. It's like 50, 52, something like that. It's a lot.
50?
Yeah, it's...
50?
Yeah.
No, no, it is not.
Yeah,
50?
for real. Look at... Tekken 7 has 52 playable fighters.
Lies. How?
Plus 2 palette swaps.
How are there 52 on? I don't believe it.
There are so many. It launches with like 30 plus. It's crazy.
All right, well, do you think that 16 in a top 8 is kind of cool, though, still?
Yeah, that is. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Everybody's got a pocket for the most part.
Yeah, there's
Sometimes
a lot
maybe
of
more.
pockets.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Jeez. Well,
what do you got?
I'm going to go with Zafina. She on there?
She is on there. Zavina, yes. She
Okay.
was chosen once as a secondary.
Okay, cool. Armor King.
Armor King was not in the top 8.
I was scared. I just wanted to try to throw him out there because I wanted to rep my boy.
Yeah.
How about Geese Howard?
No.
Wow.
Geese. I know.
Crazy.
See, if I were there, you'd see some geese.
Yeah, if you were at the Tekken World Tour, you would be playing Geese.
I think so.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I would have to,
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Kazuya. There's got to be a Kazuya. Right?
There is no Kazuya
Oh my
in the
God.
top 8.
What? I'm striking out here. There are so many characters. Brian.
Brian, yes.
There's probably like 5 Brians.
Brian was chosen twice, but he was a main both times.
Okay,
he was
cool.
the first choice always.
That makes sense. Cool. Dragunov. I'm just picking my favorites right now. I feel
No,
like.
there was no Dragunov.
Jin. I bet there was a Jin specialist. Probably like 1.
No Jin.
No?
No one was playing Jin in the top 8.
Wow. What? No Mishima players. Heihachi. There's no Heihachi. There's no way there's a Heihachi.
Nope, there's no
I'm not even going
Heihachi.
to guess Heihachi.
But there is... I'll tell you that there is a Mishima in here.
Kazumi.
Yes.
Is it Kazumi? Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
She
Now
was
that
a main, so she was not a backup, but she was used once as...
That's
first
wild.
choice.
That's wild. Well, I'm going to guess Katarina because I know that she was the winner.
Yes.
That's like the one thing that I do know is that Arslan Ash won as Katarina.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, okay.
So she was chosen as a secondary.
Okay, cool. Lily? Oddball guess or wild card guess?
No Lily. No Lily there.
No Lily. Lee. Let's go with Lee.
I wish. No Lee.
One of the bears?
No bears.
No bears. Oh no. I'm guessing all the wrong characters first.
Yeah, I said earlier to you that, I don't really have a gauge as far as what Tekken character usage looks like in pro tournaments. I don't really have a gauge for that compared to other games, I guess.
Yeah.
For Tekken.
Yeah, I feel like Tekken is like an entirely different beast, and every character is viable in their own way, you know?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
if you don't know the mix-up, you're gonna get hit by every single one of their moves.
That's so true.
Kunimitsu.
Yes. Kunimitsu was the other character that was chosen first twice. So
Okay.
alongside Brian Fury, those were the only two that were chosen that amount as mains.
Gotcha. Cool. Fang.
Yes, there was one Fang as a backup.
Okay. Eddie.
Yep, there was also one Eddie as a main.
How many am I at right now?
You have 7.
Okay. 7. Let's try Miguel, another wild card.
No
Damn,
Miguel.
no
I wish
Miguel.
there was Miguel.
Yeah.
I will say there's like not a lot of characters that I love.
Dang, maybe that's my problem. I'm
Yeah,
choosing all
you're
the
trying to-
characters I love the
Yeah.
most. Not to say that I love Miguel, but he's pretty cool.
I love Miguel.
I think Miguel's kind of cool, but I don't love Miguel. There's only room for one Miguel lover on this podcast.
Yeah, and it's me.
Asuka.
No Asuka.
Leroy.
No Leroy.
Fakamura?
No Fakuma.
Damn, I'm striking out. Leo.
No Leo.
Elisa.
No.
You don't give a crap
No.
about Elisa.
No, absolutely not there.
Damn. Anna. There's no Anna.
There is one
What?
Anna as a backup. Yes.
Get out of here.
See? That's
don't
what
know
I
who-
mean. That's what I mean. It's hard to gauge.
I don't
The
know who
Tekken
pros
choice.
pick in Tekken at all.
Yeah.
Let's go with Lei Wulong.
No, he's not
Damn.
here.
All right. Akuma?
There was no Akuma in the top.
That's
8.
crazy. That's crazy. That's shocking. He's been around. He's been big in like everything.
Yeah.
Every game he's ever been in, he's always a powerhouse for the most part. Law? Are there any laws?
No loss.
Let's go with Paul.
There was one Paul as a backup.
Okay. Cool.
So we got the Phoenix Greaseball or whatever. it's
Phoenix.
called.
Yeah, I think that's what they call him. That's what they call him in the new game. Everybody has their nicknames, and his is the Phoenix Greaseball. How about Steve Fox?
There was one Steve Fox as a backup.
Ooh, I'm feeling good about my guesses here. How about...
Now you found your rhythm, I think.
Yeah. What about King?
No King.
Oh, no. What about Huarang?
No Huawei.
Nina.
I guess we spoke too soon. Yes.
Okay, Nina.
Nina was a backup.
Master Raven?
No.
Damn. Josie?
No Josie.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I think I had a
that would
dream
be
that she was
crazy.
announced as the first DLC character, and then I woke up and I saw that it was actually Eddie as the first
Oh.
DLC character.
Yeah. That sounds more like a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then you
it
woke
was-
up and you were like, thank God. It's just Eddie.
Yeah. Ganryu? I'm just choosing characters I don't really care for now.
No.
Devil Jin.
Nope.
I'm gonna guess there was no Gigas.
No Gigas.
No Gigas. Cool. I'm glad I was right about that. No Negan?
No Negan.
No Lars.
No Lars. You
Makes
should
sense.
know that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lydia? Was there a Lydia?
No.
Was there a Ling Xiaoyu?
There was not.
Who do we got? I don't even know. who
Okay,
else
you
we
give
got.
up. For backup choice only, Marduk, Shaheen, Bob. That's all of those. And then for
Marduk,
a 1-1,
Shaheen.
so like first choice and then also chosen as a backup, we
Okay.
have Julia and Noctis.
Oh.
So yeah, that's everybody. So a couple of things about this tournament. Arslan Ash, the winner, used 5 different characters across his matches, including busting out a Katarina just for grand finals that we didn't see the rest of the weekend.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Secret Katarina. I think with Tekken, you never know because any character can be good.
And like you said, you kind of expected to see Akuma
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe some geese, but no, it ended up being Noctis with like kind of a solid representation. I don't know what that means, but I liked playing Noctis in 7. I don't think there's a character like that in 8 so far.
It's like 50% of Victor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess yeah. That was a little bit
the swords
like
and the teleports. That was fun. I did really bad, I feel like, but that was fun.
Hopefully you enjoyed that little snippet of trivia from the Tekken World Tour, and if you want to read more about some more of the character usage in the entire tournament, the last chance qualifiers, I did get this information from an article on eventhubs.com. So check that out. Search it up if you want some more fun facts and stats. That is all the Tekken that we have for now, because we're going to get into our weekend fighting games, which might surprise you.
Yeah. Let's start with the things that won't surprise anybody first. I played a lot of MK1, Baraka Jax, that hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there were a couple days this week where I just went hard for several hours as just Baraka Jax. So that part hasn't changed, but there is something that'll surprise you that we went back to this week.
So I've been kind of wanting to play more Street Fighter 6 lately. So we played some matches against each other as our, I guess I'll say, old mains.
I mean, I don't know that I want to go that far just yet. I'm not going to abandon Jury.
We played a bunch of fights as Jury versus Jamie. Cam is obviously the Jury player here, and I am the Jamie player, if you did not know that. And, I wouldn't say I slipped right back into it. It's been a bit. Been pretty heavy on the MK1 around here. Expected. So the controls were at first like, oh yeah, I got a drink as Jamie. So I think it all came back though, and I had fun playing as my old main.
Yeah, definitely.
But then Cam pointed out that we didn't ever get the Ken skin, and we both really like it. We talked about this skin heavily in our Costume 3 episode. We both really like this skin, and we didn't buy it for some reason, and we both just thought, we gotta have this.
We've got to do this. So we corrected that, and we got the Ken skin, which is great. We love Ken around here these days.
Ken's big around here now, and ever since the purchase of that skin was made, we bought it, and then we just sat there for a brief moment, and then kind of just looked at each other with the realization that someone here is going to play Ken now.
Someone's got to use this.
Our matches as Jury and Jamie ended, and we switched to a new combination. Do you want to reveal our new mains? Or our mains in progress?
Sure, yeah. We're starting... We're kind of... Jeez. So yeah, starting at the bottom right here, I'm learning a brand new character to me, and that's Luke.
Beast mode, baby.
yeah, exactly. And I got psyched at one point, and I feel like I said that. I feel like I said that when I got a win. Yeah, this is Luke from Street Fighter. He goes beast mode, baby. Love Alex Lee.
So good.
And then you are going to play Ken.
Yeah, I was playing Ken. Not something I ever expected, but here we are. And I think you kind of have a unique perspective with Luke, because he's actually a character that you wanted to play earlier.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to play him a little bit earlier on. It just didn't really happen for some reason. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, I guess I'm on my Luke grind these days, you could say. It's brand new. It's just at the beginning, but we're going to see how that goes. And yeah, I guess we'll see how far we can take Luke. But I've been having fun with it. I typically like characters that have a lot of good punches, and he's got a lot of great punches.
He definitely does.
So
he does.
I think he fits my play style. So I'm excited to see how far I can take it.
Yeah, I think you're doing well with him so far. And as we know, both of these character choices are good ones. Tier list wise, especially for me, this is like going to be different once I actually learn Ken. I have not done any of the work yet to be good with Ken, so bear with me, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I think I like Ken enough to do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think at this point you've got to do this.
Exactly. Exactly. So that was kind of our surprise, I guess, of our week in fighting games. Yeah, I was kind of ready to dive back into Street Fighter, and, MK1 was looking kind of sad with all the desyncs still going on, and that was a big deterrent for me. But yeah, that was fun and doing something different. And as of today, we did get back into MK1.
Yeah, we jumped right back into MK1. I feel like I'm never too far from it.
Mm-hmm.
But we jumped back in because it was Khameleon release day.
Yes.
So we had to play her. And at time of recording, she'll have been out for 3 days now.
Mm-hmm.
Or not at time of recording.
Or
at time of
release.
At time of release, she'll have been out for 3 days now. So it'll be exciting to hear your guys' thoughts about her and her playstyle. But yeah, so far for us, brand new to us. She seems pretty solid, but a little bit unpredictable with the timing aspect of it, where she cycles every, 4 or 5 seconds? I don't really know exactly what the timing is, but...
An automatic timer, nonetheless. You don't have control. She seems pretty popular with the masses. Just all the capabilities that she offers different characters. I think what I've seen the most hype for is the katana move, so...
Yeah. And that's fun. That's the one I liked the most when I was trying her out.
For sure. I feel like the Jade moveset is the weakest one, which isn't a surprise to me. But yes, she gets to be on the windscreen, so I guess that's her consolation. So Khameleon is here. What do you think of her look? What do you think of the design overall?
I feel like her look and design is pretty solid. The one thing I think is kind of weird is that her palettes, there are 6 of them, they're all different colors, but I don't know that it really matters which one you choose aside from the very intro to the very beginning of the fight.
Yeah, that's the only time you see it.
Right, because any other time you call her out, she is whatever color ninja she's copying at the time. Mm-hmm. And then on the end, she's always Jade. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like customization-wise, it's definitely lacking, but overall, she looks cool.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I think it would have been cool to have her old hair from the 3D era, like the crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of the bob, but I know there's some weird fascination with the bob, so
yeah, people love the bob.
I think she looks good.
Okay, cool.
Can't really complain. But yeah, do I see myself using her? Probably not, because she lacks the element of control, the element of always knowing what you're going to be using as long as it's available.
Right.
There's more to think about. So, maybe I just don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I am impressed by those who choose to. Have you seen her online yet? Because I know you've been online since she's been out.
I really haven't seen her online yet.
Okay. No one's braving the Combat League waters with Khameleon yet.
Not that I've seen. But, yeah, I don't know. It is still very early on.
Yes. Although, one very dangerous thing I've heard about Khameleon is that she makes Johnny top tier.
Man, who doesn't? That's always the thing. Like, I feel like every week it's always... new Johnny Tech discovery. He could do this off of this cameo, and it causes 60% damage and gives him a reset.
Oh goodness.
Man, Johnny players are eating good in this game.
They are. All this to say, we are here to talk about Khameleon today. The very Khameleon that was released this week.
Yeah, let's talk about Khameleon. And Khameleon.
Oh.
Khameleon
with a C?
Yeah, Khameleon with a C and Khameleon with a K. We're going to talk about...
them twisted.
We're going to talk about both of them. They're both Mortal Kombat characters. And...
What?
How they differ, yeah.
You're telling me there's 2?
Yeah, we just got female Khameleon with a K. Who knows if we'll ever see the male ninja Khameleon again with a C. But we're going to talk about him briefly anyways.
Okay.
So let's start with him. Khameleon. Origin unknown, but he resides in Outworld. He's only been in a couple of games, so really there's not a ton of information about him. He's been officially playable in 2 games. Mortal Kombat Trilogy in 96 for the PC, PlayStation 1, and Sega Saturn. And then Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the one that had everybody on PS2. Apparently, in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, he was planned, and he's able to be selected with a game genie. Do you know what that is? Like a game genie, a game shark, that sort of thing.
Does it just like hack everything for you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It was like a cartridge you would put into your system first, and then you would put like the Mortal Kombat cartridge into it.
Okay.
And it would allow you to see lines of code, and you would go down to like line 47 or whatever, and then change that line of code, and it would alter something in the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Hacking was weird in the 90s.
But cool.
Yeah, I used to have a Game Shark, and I did that
You did that?
Not for that game, but
Oh.
I used to have a Game Shark, and that's what you did on it, and it was really cool. It felt really big brain, but it was just, 90s nerd culture. But anyways, yeah, he was able to be selected in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with a game genie, but he was incomplete. He had Scorpion's normal moves, so just the basic ninja moveset, and then no specials at all, and no bio or ending. So
Okay.
just Scorpion's normal moves. And the ninja's normal moves are not the best in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 in terms of like tier list wise.
Okay.
Or competitive nature, I guess.
Okay.
So that's not great. You're not really ever going to want to play him. But he's not meant to be in that game. That was like an early prototype.
How could you tell it was him? Was it just the name? Like, what did he look like?
Yeah, it just looked like him. It was just a greenish.
Okay.
It was just a greenish, not reptile green,
Not
but a
reptile.
greenish
Like
ninja.
Turquoise?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
No specials at all, though.
Alright.
Just Khameleon. Who's this guy? He's got nothing.
He's my main.
Oh yeah, he's my main. He's got no moves.
Yeah,
except for
do you want to come
shitty
over to my
normals.
house and play UMK3 on my Game Shark?
Game Genie or Game Shark? Yeah, either way.
Do you want to play it in my Game Shark? And that's the only way I can play it because that's the only way that has my main. I can beat you up with just normals and no specials. I'm kind of green.
So in Trilogy, his first actual appearance, you also kind of had to go out of your way to play him. You had to enter a cheat code on the character select screen to play as Khameleon. And in this game, about every 6 seconds, he changes from one ninja color to another.
Okay.
And his moveset changes with that. All of the male ninjas have the same normals in that game. But, yeah, your specials change out every 6 seconds, and it's based on what character color you are.
Mm-hmm.
He can be any of the 7 ninjas, and he's got all of their special moves for that time. He's pretty tricky. He does not have his own fatality in Trilogy. He just does whatever ninja fatality he currently is. Let's move to Armageddon, because that's all we've got for Trilogy. So really, he's pretty incomplete in that game. I guess not incomplete, but he's not really his own character too much, you know what I mean? Armageddon, 2006, 10 years later. This is his second and final appearance. He wears turquoise, and he changes color when using special moves. So he regularly will just wear turquoise. He's kind of translucent in his body color. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But he is in every version of Armageddon. You can play him in every version of Armageddon. No cheats required this time. He's just playable from the start. He has the crane style for normal attacks, and a selection of the male ninja special moves. So he just has like 4 or 5 specials. Actually, he's got 5 specials. Nothing from Noob or Smoke, but he's got Ermac's Soul Ball called Green Wave, Rain's Lightning, which they called Lizard Lightning. Interesting. Reptile's Elbow Dash, Speedy Serpent, Scorpion's Teleport Kick, Vanishing Kick, and Sub-Zero's Shoulder Charge, called Freezing Charge. So, just an array of specials, and he would change color when he would use them. So, a little bit different. I do want to talk about his ending, or just read through his ending, actually. Let me pull it up here. Because he has an ending in Armageddon. Still no bio, but he gets a little bit of something. As the battle raged, Khameleon camouflaged himself and raced to the top of the pyramid unseen. There, he defeated Blaze, and the ethereal power overtook him. Immortality was now his, though he had been ever present throughout the crises of the realms. From Liu Kang's first victory to the return of the Dragon King, he had remained hidden from sight, waiting for his moment to come. That moment had arrived. From this day forth, the realms will know Khameleon as the true champion of Mortal Kombat.
Wow.
So he's just been like lurking about unseen since the first game, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to believe. He just creeps around all the time unseen.
Yeah.
Never fighting.
And now you're supposed to believe that he's the champion.
Because he crept up there first and just took the power. He's a little creep.
Yeah. Kind of sounds that way.
Man.
But I mean, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess good for him.
Just creeping about.
It worked out, I guess, in his favor.
Exactly.
I mean, it's non-canonical, but still. There is one other thing about Male Chameleon before we move on. In Mortal Kombat X, during a reptile mirror match, one of the reptiles will ask the other reptile if they're chameleon. You know what I'm trying to say?
Odd.
Yeah, like, are you chameleon?
Why would you think that, reptile?
They must know each other vaguely. Chameleon must be able to shapeshift, or I don't know.
Well, yeah,
but we never saw
like
that.
Everybody,
right?
every
right.
ninja.
And then we never saw that version of Chameleon before the MK1 reset, so we'll never know. But
yeah,
that's
fun though.
Yeah, that's it for Male Chameleon, though.
Reptile knows things.
Reptile does know.
He's had conversations with other creeps.
He's committed genocide.
God, don't remind me.
Listen to our reptile episode if you hadn't, because it's a trip.
Okay, before we get to Chameleon with a K, do you personally believe we will ever see Male Chameleon again?
I personally believe that we don't necessarily need to.
Okay.
I feel like out of his 2 appearances, or technically 3 if you want to use the game Genie, which I wouldn't even count.
Which
That's
I do.
Unfinished. I mean, he's been in 2 games, and I feel like he has not been impressive.
He impressed Reptile.
Maybe a little bit. Enough to make him
They have
known.
some kind of connection.
They know each other.
They've talked.
They've spoken, yes. At some point they talked. Anyways, I just don't know that he's cool enough. I feel like his Armageddon appearance, being his second appearance, was especially weak to me.
So your answer then is no. You don't think it's likely that he will make a comeback?
I don't think it's extremely likely.
Okay.
But maybe they'll do a weird sort of thing and bring him back, but in a different form, like as a robot or...
You're always hoping for just any kind of robot.
Yeah. I'll take him back as a robot. Cyber Chameleon. What would you call him?
Cybermelon?
Cybermeleon?
Cyber Leon?
Let us know what you would call this guy, this robot guy. Do you want to jump on to the Chameleon with a K train right now?
Yes.
New Chameleon, newly released this week. This is the 3rd time Chameleon's been in a game. She was in the same 2 games that Chameleon with a C was in, but she was in the Nintendo versions of them exclusively.
Okay.
And then Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the Wii was her second appearance.
So again, the Nintendo.
Yeah, another
She's
another
just
Nintendo
only
product.
on the Nintendo.
Yep, just Nintendo. And Mortal Kombat 1 was her first appearance on any non-Nintendo product.
Isn't it kind of weird that there even was, like, Nintendo even was the platform?
It is a little bit weird when they were one of the ones that shied away from the violence to begin with. They had censored fatalities and no blood.
Yeah. But they did do something interesting. Perhaps by accident, most likely. The Switch had Chameleon for...
like a week early.
An extra week.
Yeah.
So much like the Tremor PC early thing, this also happened with Chameleon on a different system.
Yeah.
Ironically, a Nintendo system. They're keeping tradition.
Some dev just like slipped it in there a week early. Like, yeah, they can have it a week early because they're Nintendo.
Was it Ed Boon?
Maybe it
himself?
was. Anyways, Chameleon with a K. In the original timeline, she was a Terran just like Reptile. In MK1, it seems like she's just from Outworld. We don't really know for sure because she doesn't really have any dialogue in the story or as a cameo. So maybe she is as a Terran. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe she is. But yeah, they just kind of portray her as one of the Ungadi.
Yeah. So Maybe we will find out eventually, but yeah, as of right now, who knows? Oh, something special about Mortal Kombat Trilogy. You had to enter a code in order to even play her on the Nintendo 64. So she wasn't just immediately selectable. You had to enter a cheat to get her. In MK Trilogy, she wears a gray version of the MK3 female ninja outfit. Kind of just like the gray that she gets in MK1 as her default. So that's the origin.
Kinda.
That's the origin of the gray
Yeah.
color. Unlike Khameleon with a C, her outfit does not change color with her moveset. She still cycles through movesets, namely the movesets of Katana, Melina, and Jade. Only her name inside the health bar changes, and her moveset cycle changes every 2 to 3 seconds. So it's very, very quick. She does have an ending in MK Trilogy. Khameleon's former race were known as raptors. They evolved millions of years ago on Earth into intelligent creatures, but fled the realm when it was destroyed in a battle between the gods. They repopulated a new realm known as Zatera, only to be driven to extinction by Shao Kahn when they lost to Outworld in Mortal Kombat. With Shao Kahn near victory against Earth, Khameleon contacts Reptile and shares the truth about their race with him. This turns him against Kahn, allowing Khameleon to lead a sneak attack against the Emperor. This last battle results in the end of Shao Kahn and unification of Earth, giving Reptile and Khameleon the chance to beget a new generation of raptors. Pretty weird. It almost sounds
Wait.
That's her ending in the N64 MK Trilogy.
They put this on the Nintendo?
They did.
So you're telling me that on the N64, Khameleon and Reptile were supposed to make babies?
Yeah, they were supposed to repopulate their race on Earth.
Okay. Does Ashra know?
Ashra didn't care in this timeline. She didn't care about Reptile back then. I don't even know if they ever met or knew each other.
Right.
Back in that timeline.
What other way can you jump from that topic?
Well,
By just moving on.
let's just move on from that one. Her next appearance is Mortal Kombat Armageddon on the Wii. This came out in 2007, a full year after Armageddon came out on all the other consoles.
Wow.
So, Khameleon with a K, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, her second appearance. She wears turquoise this time around instead of gray. She uses a moveset called Eagle Claw, and then she has 4 special moves. So sort of like Khameleon with a C, just had 5 male ninja moves. She had the female version of that. She had Yellow Surge, that's Tanya's Fireball. Square Wave, Katana's Flying Punch. It used to be a punch. Yeah. Venom from Above, Melina's Teleport Kick, and Serpent's Shadow, Jade's Teleport.
Wow, okay.
So, a little bit of variety there. I have an ending for Khameleon in Armageddon. Drinking in the power of Blaze, Khameleon's eyes glowed as she focused her wrath on Shao Kahn. The Emperor would finally pay for destroying Zatera, and so too would those who served him. The pain he endured during his transformation was excruciating, and Shao Kahn, for the first time in his life, pleaded for mercy. She granted him none. Khameleon's power transformed Shao Kahn into a raptor, powerful like her, but subservient to her wishes. She then turned her attention to his allies, and they too were transformed. But she lost control of her newfound power, and mistakenly mutated the forces of light as well. Khameleon now had at her command an army of powerful raptor warriors. The might of Zatera had finally returned.
Oops, all lizards.
Yeah, right? She got nuts.
It was an accident, but a happy accident?
I guess so.
Now we're all lizards together. It's raptor time.
Yeah, everybody's lizards. We're all lizards, and we all just hang out and also listen to her.
Liu Kang took a look at the eras, different eras, and was like, nope, definitely not that one.
Not the all lizard one, but I will make Reptile a big, lanky, fat lizard.
Yeah, and I'm going to give him keys.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll make him look like a sugar cookie. Compare that ending to Male Chameleon's ending, though, in the same game.
Pretty different.
He snuck past everybody and claimed the power when nobody was looking, and he was the champion.
Yeah. His is pretty lackluster.
Yeah. Female Chameleon loses herself in a fit of rage against Shao Kahn and destroys him. Well, it doesn't even destroy him, just turns him into a raptor. And then turns everybody into raptors.
And she was merciless.
Yeah, she was merciless.
He actually begged for mercy, and she said, "No way, man.
Yeah, she was like, hell.
You are going to be my number one raptor, and there's nothing you can do about it." All your little friends, they're raptors too. And you're all going to listen to me.
All your little Earthrealm foes.
Raptors. Damn, Chameleon. Okay.
So
I guess if somebody
sick.
said that their favorite chameleon look was Armageddon, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of fair.
I'll give it to you.
I feel like that's kind of fair. I do like the new Bob.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, there's something about that long hair that's, like, really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Anyways, that is all I have about Female Chameleon.
Oh, okay.
We've got the new...
She's back.
Yeah, she's back. So there is a little bit more. We've barely had her, like we said.
Yeah, we don't have a Switch, so we didn't have the early access. Well, thanks for telling us all about both chameleons. Let us know who your favorite chameleon is and which game did it for you.
And let us know if you want to see Chameleon with a C back at some point.
But yes, Chameleon with a K, she's out now for all your cameo needs. So pick her up. Let us know how it's going.
She's really fun. She's cool. She offers something very unique to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And she brought back a lot of renewed interest as well, because people were kind of hating on it for the last week or so. I've been seeing a lot of hate towards the game recently.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I think I developed a favorite, and I think it's the one that we've got currently in MK1.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah.
She also has like an unlisted move.
Yeah, she has
the crystal.
Yeah, she turns into a crystal.
You're like a bunch of mirrors. I don't really know what that is. We used it many times in our matches against each other because we were like, what is this? This isn't even on the list. Who is this? Because it's just her in gray.
She just shows up in gray and turns you into a diamond person.
So that's fun, although I don't really know what the advantage is. And I haven't seen anyone talk about it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what that is.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably really useful, but...
Yeah, it's probably like super cool.
It's probably the best thing in the game.
Probably.
But yeah, have fun with Chameleon. Let us know how it's going. And if you were wondering, hey, didn't you guys say there was going to be a guest here? Well, that's coming. We've been in the midst of a lot of winter happening in our area, and things have just postponed with that a bit, but we will be with our guest next week, so look forward to that. It's our very first guest, and we're really, really, really excited. So stay tuned and keep pressing buttons. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Wake Up 3. You can follow along on Twitter at Wakeupthreefgc or on YouTube and Spotify at Wakeup3. I'm your host Cam, and you can find me at Big Ruck Online on all social media.
And I'm your host Molly, and you can find me on Twitter at Concut, that's KAHNKUT, or on PlayStation, that's Jan Michaels.
This is Wake Up 3 signing off.
Bye. There's dope. That guy.
This is dopey ass.
We're looking at
chameleon
with a C.
This makes for really good content. Makes for really good audio. Let me just flip through pictures on my phone and we'll just be like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys can picture it, right?